All right, Fam Nation. This is John bringing you the Week 15 matchups for the NFL. We have the New England Patriots visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals are plus 10 at home. New England is playing for the division title and also a playoff berth. You got Tampa Bay visiting Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are plus 3.5. It's not a very exciting game, but we got something to play for as far as Jameis Winston with a job. He's a free agent at the end of the season, so we'll see what Jameis Winston we get this week. You have a division rival game, the NFC North matchup. You got the Chicago Bears visiting Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are -4. Green Bay is playing to try to clinch the division title with a win and stay in the playoff hunt as well. You have a divisional matchup in the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are -3.5, and this is a key game because they're playing for the division title. They play each other 2 out of the last 3 weeks, but every win counts. And we'll see. And Tennessee been hot with Ryan Tannehill, probably comeback player of the year. So we'll see. It's a great matchup. I think that's the game of the week to see. Then you got another divisional rival. You got Denver going to Kansas City. Kansas City is -9.5, actually. Sorry. But Kansas City already clinched the division, but they're playing to try to win home field advantage throughout the playoffs. You have the race to first, actually, which is the worst, which is Miami visiting the Giants. The Giants are -3.5. We might have another Eli Manning sighting, or we might have a big Fitzpatrick day, so we'll see. But then you have NFC least matchup with Philly visiting the Redskins, the feisty Redskins. The Redskins are +5 at home. You have the Seattle Seahawks visiting Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are +6.5. The Seattle Seahawks are playing for a playoff berth, so every win counts. And the Panthers are coming out for a first game without their fired head coach now, which is Ron Rivera. So we'll see how they are at home. So those are the 1 o'clock games. The 4 o'clock games, you got the Jags visiting Oakland. Oakland is -6.5. Oakland is trying to finish strong, and this will be the second game for Mustache coming back for the Jaguars. So we'll see. It should be a high-scoring game in that one. Then you have the most disappointing team in the league, the Cleveland Browns, visiting Arizona. Arizona is +2.5 at home. You have the Minnesota Vikings visiting the Chargers. The Chargers are +1.5 at home. The Vikings are playing for a playoff berth and also a chance for the division with the Green Bay Packers, which they actually meet next week. So that's every win. This win is very crucial because then the next week we'll actually be playing for the division. So that's a big game for Minnesota. And you have the Rams trying to stay hot when they won last week against the Seattle Seahawks. And the Rams are visiting the spiraling down Cowboys. The Cowboys are +1.5. The Cowboys need to win every game. They need to win out to win a division. They actually play Philly next week, so this is another key game that they need to win. So every game counts. You have the ATL, the Atlanta Falcons, visiting San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are -11. 49ers have not clinched the playoff berth yet, but with this win, they will clinch the playoff berth. Then you have the Bills visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers at 8 o'clock game, actually. And you have the Pittsburgh Steelers -1.5. This game is crucial because there's a 5 and 6 matchup for a playoff spot. And with a win, the Bills will make the playoff, will clinch a playoff spot. And you have the Monday night games. You have Indy visiting Saints. The Saints already clinched the division, and the Saints are -9. And that's our wrap up Week 15 matchups and lines. One of the easy games to bet on is the Patriots -10 because they're trying to bounce back from a loss from KC last week, and also just saw the allegations for the Spygate too and everything. So they're trying to bounce back from all that and finish the season strong. They also they haven't clinched the division. They have Buffalo right on their tail. They only lead Buffalo by 1 game in the division, so they need to win for that, and they also just for their confidence to build their confidence for the playoff run. Because they're going to make the playoffs, but in my eyes at least, but they still want to finish strong. You know what I mean, for the playoffs. Then I think actually if you want to take Chicago been pretty tough lately, and it's a divisional game against the Green Bay Packers at home. It's an NFC North contest, so I would like Chicago Bears +4 And then the Rams, like I said, the Cowboys are just they trolling the wrong, they trending the wrong way. And the Rams are coming off a big win from Seattle, and they still in the playoff hunt. So I like the Rams with the -1.5. So it's basically a pick game. So I like the Rams. Don't touch. I won't touch that Redskins game because the Redskins play tough. They've been playing teams tough, so it's not an easy game. And they're at home, and it's the division rival. And you have Philly that just all banged up all the way around, so they're not healthy. So Alshon Jeffries is on IR, so I think that's a tough game. And then the Giants can't give nobody no points. You know what I mean? They ain't good enough for that. So I like Miami plus the 3.5. So that's the game. Don't touch. But that's also a game that if you want to bet on that, I'll take the field goal and a half. Basically, I'll take that. Yeah. I think it's gonna be probably an interesting game early. And then I think San Fran was very impressive win last week against the Saints, and they showed they could play, they could shoot, they could score. They got the defense, even though they didn't show it last week. But I think they do have a great showing against Atlanta. Like I said, Atlanta might keep it close early just because Atlanta got a lot of firepower. You know what I mean? But I think San Fran probably gets close to that line. You know what I mean? Might maybe win by 10. That may be the difference, that 1 point. So yeah. Thanks for the watching. Please subscribe to the Fan Perspective podcast. And that was just your wrap up of the Week 15 matchups and just giving y'all guys a little info on the playoff hunt. So I'll see y'all guys next week. Peace.